Good morning, guys. It's your old pal, Brian. I'm out at the Torches flying field. I haven't flown and I don't know when. So it's going to be a real easy one here with the 500. We got winds blowing 5 to 10. Excuse me, goodness. Just getting over a terrible head cold. And it sucked. Let's see how she's going to do. Well, hi to all my buddies out there. From Texas. Glad to hear your eye is healing. What was that, Ken? I think it was Ken. Oh, anywho, whichever ones you are, I hope you're healing up. I think it's Engelburn taking delivery of a Taro. Good luck on that. Jonesy, any day now. Yeah, you're right. I wouldn't want the 450 anyway. It's kind of grown out of it. Yeah, that was a great little video my son sent me. I guess that guy's out of Texas. He has the accent, plus he's actually smoking a cigarette while he's flying a helicopter. See if I can get this in frame. These are my new HD sunglasses, and tragically, the first thing I noticed is I don't much care for the audio on this. Yeah, I'm having to get used to my thumbs. Ooh, man, you just never really realize how powerful and sensitive these things are until you get away from them. Rob Heidi Ho, you're going to get back to a little flying, I understand. Also, Simon, great to see you do a hands-off, of which you made resolute fun of me for doing, but I'm glad you gave Kevin a thrill waving. That was a neat seagull trick, too, in the other film. Glad you didn't end up having an air collision, but had you have, we would have had it on film, wouldn't we? Yeah, I just need to do some back and forth on here. Got out a little late today. We've had nothing but 30-knot winds for days. Apparently I have an incoming message. Yeah, I gotta be a little careful. This is my last big heli. Who else? Joaquin, it was kind of neat to see you check in. You also enjoyed the little video. Oh, and thumbs up on the Blade Nano. Like I said, I'm kind of wrestling with whether I still want to be in this hobby or not, so that's kind of off the table for me right now. Guess I could challenge myself with planks, teach myself how to fly. Man, I'll tell you what, these are rusty thumbs. These aren't dumb thumbs. Well, so hopefully some of this ended up in frame. I swear I think these sunglasses are lower in frame than the other ones. The vendor screwed up and sent me a bad pair. And really kind of a nice vendor, whoever he was, I forget now. He just up and sent me another pair and didn't answer the other ones back, and I was able to fix the bad solder joint in it, and now have two pair of these sunglasses. Looking some birds. Those are called egrets, cattle egrets. But anywho, soon as I got a spare, I might try to crack the things open and see if I can't get the camera to point up a little bit. Well, forgive me on the other guys who I might have missed, but happy Halloween to y'all. Oh, Phil, who's being tasked unbelievably on the job. And who I think they've disconnected his internet, so he can't even go on RC Groups. And of course, Edmund, glad to hear you're doing well and your wife is healing up. Yeah, we're coming into fall here, and this is the time to be in Florida, fall through spring. Really beautiful. Oh, and hi to Brian and Hugh. Believe it or not, it's actually kind of cool outside. It's in the high 50s, and interesting what it does to the electronics. All right, well, let's see if we can't set her back down. Well, not a pretty landing, but that'll do. All the best, guys. See ya. Hey, guys, your old pal Brian again. Braving the 5, 10, and 15s to see if I can't cycle these batteries out here. They've been sitting so long. I run them on the charger to see if I can't get them down into storage, but Jesus Christ, these 22-volt batteries take forever. So I figure it's just better to cycle them. So it'll be pretty boring flying unless I ditch it. Just going to measure to get them to loosen up a bit. So what else? What else? Yeah, thinking about the virtues of drifting into planks, but I don't know. There again, I'm crying about not really enthralled about RC right now, with RC as a whole. Yeah, golf is out. There's no nice way of saying this. I just never want to be one of those guys, you know. I used to be an avid sportsman, hunter, and fisherman, but pretty well conquered those sports, and I regulate them, so it's just not that thrilling to me. For 25 years, it's been my hobby to regulate the hunter and fisherman, so we shall see. I still have my on and off hobby, which is boating and camping, so. Anywho, I'll discuss some other goodies with you that slipped my mind. Oh, yeah, I got to be a trophy husband this weekend. My wife has a leadership conference every November up at a posh Git hotel, and there's hundreds of leaders from and their families from the hospital system. They put you up and feed you and dine you and entertain you. It's just wonderful. It's a great team building exercise. And they also tell you about hospital business. They discuss where they've been, where they are, and where they're going. And it's just fantastic. My mission this year is to figure out what their beds are made out of, because it's almost magical. In fact, it's a Marriott is who it is, and they sell all their accoutrements. I gotta get the catalog, man. I don't know if y'all have ever just slept in a ridiculously good bed before, but I liken it to sleeping on the world's largest woman's abdomen. That's how nice it is. That's the cleanest I can tell you for YouTube. One of my buddies supposed to slip out here, Mr. Eric, who you've seen on film before with his 550 Posh Get giant helicopter from hell. Such a nice guy. He's had some health issues, and look forward to seeing him here in a while. Funny how your fingers come back to you, isn't it? Probably get yelled at for flying on this side, but I really don't like facing the sun. You know, it is fun when you get back to flying, though. It's just the effort to get down here, and I tell you, with all due respect to Simon's side of the world, I mean, it's just frigid cold there all the time, except for a couple of months. Florida's just hot as hell in the summer. I mean, from May to about a week ago. May, June, July, August, September, October. What is that, 37 months? It's just interminably hot as hell. And you just don't want to go outside unless you're on a beach or by the pool. And even then, it's just miserable. You boys in Texas and South Georgia can feel me on that, right? So when you hit this time of year, wow. You know, we're going to have a high of 74 today, and it's just going to be so nice. The kids will be in Halloween costumes tonight, not burning up in sweat. Oh, and by the way, Engelburn, is it wrong to perv on the hot moms that come by your house on Halloween? I'm needing a morals call on that one, and you seem to be the best one to bounce it off of, besides one of my other brothers who shall remain nameless. Flying in 15-knot winds just doesn't bother these things at all. Amazing. It's funny because, you know, I set this thing up, and it'd be kind of neat to have somebody that actually knew what they were doing to set one of these up. That's kind of fun. The first one was a little nerve-wracking. Getting them fingers pulled back. I don't know if you can see this thing at all. What a beautiful machine. Absolutely beautiful. Chewing up the grass. I don't know if you can see it or not. I didn't get quite on the pad the way I like. Alrighty. As always, let's see if we can do it this way. See ya. Why not knock out some tape, huh? I have further ramblings that don't know if it'll make it on this tape or not. Give you something to do while you're sitting at home watching TV. At least you can listen to me, because as we know, my flying, unlike Brother Simon's, has not matured as I have gone along in the sport. I have what my friend Brian with a Y says is a tight wallet muscle that prevents me from doing any more than I've already done, skill set wise. All right, 5.5 more minutes. So here's where I'm at. Last year, I was able to not set foot in a store to buy one Christmas present. This little hobby, if it hasn't done anything, it's turned me on to the interweb. And I bought all my wife's stuff without actually ever setting foot in a store. A brick and mortar store. But I go through the same problem every year with her. Last year I bought her an iPad and it was all good. I was a hero, am a hero. My God, she loves the thing. She's getting an iPhone here on the 11th of November, the iPhone 5. But it's hard to get her. You know what, by the way, my reflux is almost gone. What's happening to me right now is a residual tremendous sinus infection. You'll bear with. I'll be bragging to you in the mornings here soon enough that my reflux is over. But anyway, I'm suffering an issue with my wife in that every year it's like, what do you want? I don't know. What do you want? I don't know. And this year she's doing it again, and I do not know what to get her. So those of you that have spouses or significant others, man, what do you do? Gotta be a little careful here. I'm outflying my fingers a bit. Now, I know it seems tame flying, but when you haven't flown one of these in a while, what you guys with the 450s don't realize is that there are aircraft that are significantly more powerful. And this is one of them. You just have to be so easy on the stick. Not bragging, but I'm just saying it's actually kind of a pain in the ass because of the 450s. I could sling them around with relative abandon, but I have to be really warmed up to do that on these. So anyway, any ideas on trying to weasel your old lady into telling her what the hell she wants for Christmas? Getting to tell what she wants for Christmas? Simon, you're suffering the terrible cold thumbs again. I just got a product alert from Hobby King that they have if y'all haven't seen it, the entire giant transmitter cozy. It envelops your hands and the transmitter. You know, I kind of laugh when I tell people about it, but I have to imagine that's probably not a bad idea for those of you that are in those northern climes. You know, stick a hot pad in there. See if you can't heat your hands up. As I approach age 50, quicker than what I like, my hands actually get fairly cold these days. I've tried to write a ticket when my hands are cold, and your hands just don't want to move. Funny what it does to fine motor skills. Hey, Zingelburn, thank you for taking over the blather for me. Simon, you're not doing too bad yourself. Yeah, it is kind of getting a little boring in there without your ridiculous personalities like Brother Rob and Brother Brian with an I. Just been busy. You figure, not playing with a helicopter as much, I'd be bored, but I really am not. I've been doing projects around my house. My travel trailer required a retrofit for an exhaust fan, and did that the other day, and it turned out just beautifully. The house, they have these new LED lights. I don't know if y'all been playing with them overseas or not, but they're a quarter or less of the wattage of a regular lamp, incandescent bulb, but they produce significantly more light with no heat. And that's the problem in Florida when you're just burning up in your house as it is, and you turn on a set of lights and they just start heating the room up. Been replacing those. I have some cans in my ceilings, and really a nice job there. Just this time of year you want to get out and work out in the yard, believe it or not, and I've been doing a lot of that. Doing house projects. Really wonderful. Couple weeks I'll be weekends off again, so of course I'll fall silent and be a lurker. Every weekend is jammed up. Wifey's getting some knee surgery. She's got a bad knee from doing about 10 months of running. Well, a lifetime of running, but about 10 months of running. She finally smoked her left knee, and we're going to get that done before Thanksgiving. So I'll be doing some mommy rehab. Helping her with that. And that'll be Thanksgiving weekend. Weekend before that I'm going camping, spending 5 days out at my park near my house. Third weekend heading down to friends who had moved away. And fourth weekend going to hang at my house. And that'll be it before Christmas. Right after Christmas I'll be camping, we call it dry camping. Be using a generator out at a river north of us. That'll be fun. January, don't have anything planned, although middle of January I think I start going into weekends off again. I'll be camping in January now that I think about it. If that was wind or not. Let's bring her down. Bring her down fairly quickly. Odd. Don't know what that was. Getting strange vibrations. Don't know if the battery's going south. Pretty quick on the battery. But anyway, busy as always. And as always, that's about 15 minutes or so. I wish you the best. Good morning again, sunshine. Let's see if we can make this a huge mega video. I'm going to go to the other side of the flying field. Here's my truck. You think she's pretty? That's a pretty truck. I've had that thing since '04. I'm tighter than bark on a tree and may only own a few vehicles in my life, and that's one of them. There's a charging station I might have shown you. Oh, look, somebody took a little 450 and made a kind of a windsock out of it. This is a city-owned piece of property by it's a water reclamation facility. I don't know if y'all do this in other states and countries, but we reclaim water that's been treated sewage, and they put it out here to send back down into the aquifer. That's a south view of our little flying field. But anyhow, just trying to knock out as many batteries on this thing as I can, and fly her around a bit. This is number 5. I think I only have 6 batteries. Yeah, oddly enough, one of my Hobby King batteries, out of nowhere, one of the 6 cells took a dump on me. I had to throw it away. Didn't even bother cutting off the connector. But, yeah, died. It was a $30 battery, and I looked up the warranty, and of course, you know, it's ain't 30 days on their batteries, so. First time I actually ever had that happen on any battery. Now, this is one of those fresh batteries I just bought, and it has a punch. Now, I'm kind of in a conundrum with this particular aircraft in that I have to run it basically at 100% or it chucks. Now, truth is, I can probably buy, and I may do this, tighter dampeners. I think the dampeners on here are pretty tight, but buy some dampeners that are more stiff. I think that would reduce my tendency for it to chuck. You can damn sure tell a fresh battery from them other ones, though, that's for sure. Hopefully some of this will get in frame. These are brand new, and I really haven't tested them. How funny would it be if most of this is out of frame? Like y'all look at it anyway. I think Simon does, just to prove me wrong. So Big Frog, I think you're silent out there, and then we might have one other guy that posts on occasion. Got a lot of lurkers. Hello to you lurkers. An inordinate amount of lurkers. You ought to just stop in and say hi. Some of us old guys are going to be going away soon, probably. I think we're running about 10, 15, and sometimes 20 knots out here. I thought it was going to be 20 knots steady and I wasn't going to come out, but I got up this morning and I live in a little bit of a, well, it's not a lower area, but I live on the north side of this big lake that's next to me. It's called Lake Apopka. Look that up. Lake Apopka, Florida. I think our third or fourth biggest lake in the state, and 7 miles wide, 14 miles long. That's a big pond for Florida. And the wind coming from my left, heading west to east, is persistent because there's nothing out there to block it. It's just a big lake. And we're on a hill, so it might not be windy at my house, but you get out here and it's blowing. Now the guys that fly a lot, they don't care. It can be blowing 20 or 30 and it just doesn't make any difference. And that's kind of the cool thing about helicopters is it'll keep clankers down. They won't fly in wind, but helicopter guys, they get out here with them big 600 and 700s and they don't care. It means nothing to them. It's a little scary to me. If I had my 450, it'd be just bobbing around all over the place right now, but the mass of this thing is, oop, you get a little bob there. Mass of this thing is a little different. These cameras have a built-in storage of 4 gigabyte, and I popped one of the arms off to see if I could replace the SIM card in it. And you could, but damn capacitors are in the way. They kind of nailed the SIM card to the board permanently. So you'd have to do some fair amount of surgery to get it to remove it and put a bigger card in it. And since I have 2 of the glasses, I guess I do have a total of 8 gig. They come with removable lenses, clear and smoke, which is kind of cool. You can pop them in and out. I've yet to see if the video is actually that much higher in resolution. It could be. I might have got took. I heard that, you know, there's a bunch of different vendors out there that sell these things, and just because you plaster HD on your product doesn't necessarily make it HD, but I think this is supposed to be 1,000 by or something like that. I don't know. Y'all will let me know, I'm sure. My friend Simon is a videophile, and he will let me know. All right. The old timer's going off, although there's plenty of juice in this battery. We're going to just consider this battery exercised and set her down. All the best. That'll be the last one for today. See ya.